Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Jess, nice to meet you. Today I'm going to be sharing 14 really effortless everyday outfits that you could recreate for autumn 2025. Everything is a very real life outfit filmed both here at home but also out and about. So hopefully it will give you a good idea of how those outfits will work for you in your own everyday lives too. Plus, a little bit later in this video, I will be sharing my top picks that I've made this month from the new collection at White Stuff. So lots coming up, let's dive straight in. As you probably know, warm neutrals are really big this autumn 2025. Thinking of you, chocolate brown. But a very nice and really easy way you could integrate it into your own everyday outfit ideas would be to add a little hint of texture as well. So the outfit formula is really simple. You've got your warm neutrals and you're going to add a bit of texture. And actually a prime example of this outfit idea is the one that I'm wearing. So in effect, as you can see, my bottom half is fairly simple. I've got my blue wash jeans, I'm wearing black boots, a black belt, and then I've added my warm element with this chocolate brown blouse. Now this one does add a little bit of detail because you've got the big sleeves and you've got a different texture, and if you want you could tie these in a bow as well. But I'm going to leave these loose so it feels a little bit more relaxed overall. So thinking about that finishing touch that takes this look from fine to hopefully fabulous, shall we say, we need another element, and that's where the texture comes into play. So as you will see in this footage, I added that element of texture with one beautiful deep navy velvet blazer. A little style tip actually I would say is that I do find it easier with this particular outfit formula to add the texture element with your outerwear. I think if you went for the texture element with your top or your bottoms, it could get a little bit too confusing for the eye. I'm not saying it wouldn't work completely, because it would, but it is an easier, safer bet to do it with your outerwear instead. Good morning everyone, I hope you're all really well. So I am just off for a coffee with my lovely friend Sophie, who has the most beautiful car, I should add, that I really want. In fact, the first time I met her and she turned up in this car, I was like, okay, can I please buy that from you? She's like, no, I love my car. But I will show you that in a minute. Let me just quickly show you my outfit idea for the day. So it's a little bit chilly actually so far. So I've gone with my big striped cardigan, but I have layered a little vest top underneath just in case it gets warmer, as it likes to do. Definitely not complaining. On my bottom half, I'm wearing my white jeans. I've gone for my two-tone ballet flats on my feet and just a classic handbag. So let me show you this car. Come and have a look. Look at this. I think it really suits me actually. I'm not sure how I'd be able to drive it or park it for that matter. But look, how nice is that? Oh, I love it. It bounces. It's beautiful. In the summer I'd be a nightmare. I'd just have to, find the spaces for a bus and then I could park. Anyway, we shall go get ourselves a nice cup of coffee and we will see you a bit later. So thinking of those really effortless yet everyday outfits that we all like to reach for, let me show you what I chose from White Stuff this month that really fits the bill perfectly. Starting with this beautiful soft pink jumper that I've styled with their new in bootcut jeans. So this jumper is obviously practical, but being in this really lovely soft pink, almost dusty pink shade, it makes it feel very calm and elegant at the same time. And then of course, when you pair it with a really great fitting pair of jeans that feel really flattering, it's got weekend mode written all over it. Now with this outfit idea, I would either pair it with a pair of loafers, that would look really nice, or like I have with a pair of trainers, which just keeps that really relaxed vibe to the outfit. Next up to a bit of maximalist energy for those fellow minimalists. And I decided to go for this lovely sparkly knit. And here, as you can see, I decided to pair it with White Stuff's new in straight cord trousers. I do love a pair of cord trousers, and these ones fit really nicely. So for this outfit idea, I'm thinking heading out for party season, but still in quite a low-key kind of fashion. You want to dress up and you want to look like you've actually made an effort, but you don't want to look like an actual Christmas tree. That's when outfits like this really strike that perfect balance. One, I feel seasonal with just a little hint of sparkle, but two, it's still very much my own personal style, which leads me to three, it then makes me feel really comfortable, which to be honest for me is the makings of a perfect outfit. So I've chosen one really lovely velvet jacket that I kind of knew instantly would just make an outfit. And I have to say too, I am really loving how very sustainable White Stuff are. I really didn't realize they were quite so into sustainability, but it's really lovely to see. This jacket has been made from organic cotton velvet, which is definitely a bonus and one that I really appreciate. So I've styled it with the straight leg cords again, which I think makes a really nice contrast of textures sat against the velvet jacket. I feel smart and I feel put together. I still feel elegant, a little bit of a nod to some of the fashion trends, but most importantly, I feel really comfortable. And for outfit 4, I couldn't help myself when I spotted these gorgeous PJs. Shopping for really beautiful loungewear or sleepwear is really worth it. Because let's face it, we spend over half our time in them, so why would you overlook such an important everyday piece? And actually, especially on a Sunday, if we're not going anywhere, I really love to just lounge in mine all day long. It feels like a real treat. And equally, if anyone knocks on the door while I'm having said very cozy, comfy, loungeabout kind of Sunday, I would look rather chic in the process. So hopefully you agree, lots of lovely new in pieces, again from White Stuff, that not only tick a box for those effortless everyday autumn outfits, but thankfully they won't blow the budget in the process either. So I've added the links to everything I chose in the description box below for you to take a look at the end of this video. Now, as you know, I do very much love my neutrals. And if you do too, that absolutely doesn't have to mean that you can't wear bold accent colors sometimes within your outfits. And actually, it's really on trend this season too as well. So we saw it all over the runway, lots of models heading down the catwalk, head to toe in neutrals, and then just one accent color. It could be with a pair of shoes or with a handbag or a cardigan in this particular case. And actually, it can have a really nice effect. So take this outfit that I'm wearing, for example, probably a bit of a default setting for me with this particular pair of trousers, which I tend to wear on repeat everyday style. I would usually pair these with, say, a lovely crew jumper, or even going tonal with something camel on my top half too. But here, opting for a bold accent color that this bright red cardigan is really gives the outfit a lot more depth. However, saying that, it's still very much within my comfort zone and my own personal style, because ultimately the outfit still looks like a neutral outfit. It's just got something very striking that really draws you in. Hi everyone, hope you're all well. I have come into town a little bit smarter, as you can see, actually, for once. One, it's a little bit cooler today despite the sunshine, but two, I am popping to the opticians to get my eyes tested, which I know doesn't sound very exciting in itself, but when you are always blurring over when you're looking at things, it is kind of exciting because I can be able to see again. My outfit of the day, as I mentioned, a little bit smarter, and actually really nice to get these trousers out again. These came out of one of my winter boxes, which I have just remembered I had, so gladly having them back on my rail again. They just got a really nice, quite flattering shape across the tummy. They fit really nicely across the thighs, and then really nice and long, particularly if you wear them with a high ankle boot. My favorite blouse on my top half with that lovely trim of embroidery, and then I've gone with a little bit of gold and my brown bracelet. That one actually I noticed is back in stock on their website, so I shall make sure I link that in the description box. And then going with my classic numero set handbag that I got from Pelham, Paris. So that is my outfit of the day, and I'm going to go get my eyes sorted out. See you in a bit. Another style tip for a very easy way you can make your everyday autumn outfits feel that much more effortless is to think about layering. Layering, as we know, is particularly handy in autumn as it means you can peel off those layers or pile them back on again when the weather changes 50,000 times a day. But aside from the practicality element of it, I actually think it's a really chic look as well. So it's something I tend to do an awful lot with my own outfit ideas. So let's look at this outfit idea that I'm wearing, for example. I knew I wanted to wear my new leather mini skirt, but one, it's a little bit shorter than I usually wear, and two, it would mean that my legs are a little bit cold outside. So to take it away from feeling too glam, I decided to add my tights and my knee-high boots. They both dress it down a little bit more and make it feel more everyday. Then I opted for practicality for a grey roll neck on my top half and left that out loose so it feels a little bit more casual and low-key. Then I had a little play trying on different coats. My grey kind of worked, but actually what looked better was opting for my long black wool coat instead. It anchored the look, made it feel a lot more together and thus a bit more effortless as a result. And yet again, it was layering in another different texture to contrast with all the different elements that I've got in the mix. Oh, that's just beautiful, isn't it? This is what I needed in my life. Oh, just to feel the sunshine at any time of the day, but particularly in the morning, it just starts me off on the right track. I don't care that I've got to wear a jumper or if I had to wear a big chunky coat, but just to have blue skies and feel that sun on my face, it just makes me feel so much better. It makes everything okay. And coffee, that helps a lot as well. So my outfit of the day is my new in pair of jeans. These are fast becoming a favorite of mine. I just love the fit, love the shape of them. They're really comfy too as well actually. And I've paired it with my blue jumper. This one is quite old actually, a couple of years now, but it's one of the best sellers, so it's still in stock in a variety of different colors I think. I've added my round belt with that one, and then I have my blue navy blazer with the gold buttons down it, that one, which I shall show you later when I've got it on, and just my classic handbag and my sunnies. Right, so after that beautiful start with the sunshine, let's make it even better with a nice cup of coffee. So this place that we've come for coffee is actually a little hotel. It's like a bed and breakfast, I suppose, and I stayed here one time when I came over on my own to do a photo shoot, and I just wanted something kind of basic. I didn't want to spend a fortune, and out of season I think it was maybe £50 a night, something like that. So really, really reasonable for what you traditionally think of in Ibiza. And it was really lovely. Like my room, it's quite small, but all sort of white, polished concrete, very newly renovated. We didn't have much of a view, I must admit. I think it was overlooking the car park, but the actual hotel room was really lovely. Nice bathroom, felt really safe. And then I'd come down here and you could have your breakfast and you could come down here for dinner, and a really nice atmosphere. Actually, it felt, well, it does feel very sort of family run. There's lots of local Spanish people here. It just felt really safe. So if you're looking for somewhere to come and stay in Ibiza, and perhaps you don't want to go down the whole, you know, £500 a night Me hotel, which is absolutely beautiful, but that will get expensive, you know, it's worth looking at these little bed and breakfasts that have probably been here for about 30 years. And actually, it was a really, really lovely stay, and they do a nice coffee too. So there we go. Happy days all round. The modern academia trend is, of course, really big this autumn 2025, but it also happens to be a really wearable everyday style as well. So 2 really easy style tips I would recommend for integrating a little bit of a preppy vibe into your outfits. 1, I would say have at least 1 element of cord within that outfit. And 2, have you got a shirt that's got a really sharp collar? And if you've got those 2 elements in your wardrobe, whatever color they might be in, they're just the building blocks of a really good preppy outfit. So looking at this outfit that I've put together, I've gone for my cord straight leg trousers. These were really, really affordable from Marks and Spencer actually. I have doubled up on my cord unintentionally really actually, because the color just worked so well. So on my top half, I've gone for that nice sharp collar, really making sure it's buttoned all the way up to the top. And on the hem of the shirt, I've left just 1 button open, just so it's got a little bit more movement to it and it doesn't feel quite so rigid. And then finishing off my preppy look with a knitted tank. I know, I was really slow off the mark with my love for knitted tanks, but I get it now. I totally see how versatile they can be. And actually combined like this as an outfit idea is definitely something I would reach for again and again. It is a modern academia preppy kind of look, but equally I've not strayed so far off into the trends that I don't feel like me. It's still a very casual, relaxed, everyday outfit that's also practical and for the weather as well. Just come into Santa Eulalia. I've got a few chores to do, a little bit of shopping, and thought I would just quickly show you my outfit that I'm wearing. My old faithful jumper that will always have in my wardrobe. I absolutely love this one and kind of bring it out every autumn or winter. So this one came from Jenny Kane, paired with my new suede trousers, which I'm really liking styling. Finding quite easy to style them actually, easier than you would first think, and they're just really comfy to wear. Not sure how I'm ever going to wash them, mind you. I don't actually know how you wash suede. Can't really hand wash it, can you? Anyway, and then just my ballet flats on my feet and my Polem Paris tote bag. So yeah, a few chores, not very exciting, but again, lovely to have those blue skies and a bit of sunshine to do it with. Now, while a little nomadic spirit is particularly on trend at the minute, there's always a way you can tone down that look so that you can wear it in your own everyday styles. Case in point would be this outfit idea that I'm actually going to wear when I finish filming this video, as I'm heading out the door to meet a friend for late lunch. So thinking about that nomadic spirit, all it is essentially is adding in lots of layers, but compared to the layering look, this time you want to do it in more of a haphazard fashion. That's the easiest way I could describe it, really. So you're not particularly thinking about matching anything perfectly, even though I am in a very tonal look. I don't care that the tones aren't exactly the same or the trousers don't quite fit over the top of my boots. I think these everyday outfits work best when you don't overthink them. It's a hard one to explain, actually, so hopefully I'm making my point here. So looking at this outfit idea, obviously I've gone quite terracotta and brown, starting with my trousers. These are an old pair, well loved. I shall link a similar option for you in the description box. I opted for a white tank underneath, which will make sense in a moment, aside from the fact that the weather keeps raining and then going sunny, so I definitely need options today. My somewhat slouchy jumper that can kind of fall off your shoulder a little bit. It's not too precious, but equally in a knit that's going to keep me warm and feel comfortable. A little bit of tan with my belt, and then for a bit of practicality, opting for ankle boots on my feet. Now, if I needed a coat, I would definitely opt for my suede one with this look, but because that then looked very brown on brown on brown on brown, which I don't really mind, but to break up those tones, I then decided to go for my olive handbag instead. And then as a finishing layer, if I needed it, and hopefully to illustrate my point better with these nomadic looks, I then opted to go for this particular blanket scarf. This one shouldn't work. It doesn't really match tone-wise, and yet I think it really does. It just adds a special, unexpected something, and I think that's what you need in these kind of outfit ideas. Something a little bit random that you just kind of throw in the mix and go, oh, okay, that works. I like it. So another gorgeous day in Ibiza and yet another coffee pit stop. I know this is getting slightly obsessive now, isn't it? And this shop actually is always closed whenever I come to this village. So I wanted to come have a little look because they've got some beautiful furniture that they kind of do a mixture actually between sort of antique pieces mixed in with some modern, and the antique pieces particularly are really, really beautiful. Like lots of these lovely urns and some beautiful benches and things I don't really need, but I just kind of want, as you do. So anyway, outfit of the day is a pair of old jeans actually. I'm not even sure if they're still selling them, but if they are, or I shall link an alternative in the description box. They're kind of a bit more of a boyfriend fit, I suppose, with a turn up on the hem. And then my classic Breton stripe top that I've got in the red and white stripes. Oh, I've got my trainers on. Forgot my jewelry this morning actually. Trainers are from M&M, they're the brown suede ones, and then I've gone for a little bit of caramel suede with my tote bag. So I have just paid, I need to head home, get some work done, and yeah, I shall see you all in a bit. Styling effortless outfit ideas, I must admit, is a bit of a favourite pastime of mine. So hopefully it's given you lots of outfit ideas and inspiration for outfits that you can recreate with your own wardrobes. As always, don't forget, it would be really lovely if you're not already, if you subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to take a look at all those beautiful new in pieces of white stuff. I've added all the links in the description box for you below. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all again on Sunday. Take care.